Hello and welcome back to Efrain Rodriguez Jr. show. In today's show, oh my god, I was trying not to do Google Translate like I always do. You know, I get a little lost in translation sometimes. And then Google Translate help me. When I go off on my own, I can really do it. But when I started, this is a joke probably for a couple of you. When I started learning English back again when I was 26, yeah, around 26, December, yeah. So 26, I joined, I was still 26. I went through my ESL, I was still 26. So problem that I had was that my teacher used to tell me, Professor, oh, you stop thinking Spanish and trying to say it in English. You gotta think in English and just say it like it is. And then he started, trying to teach me in a just say, say bad words. And I say, no, I'm Catholic. Anyway, so it was funny because the time that it break for me the English into my system was the time that I said, I don't give a beep. And then that was the time that I started kind of having conversation. You know what it is? You go to college here in Puerto Rico, you went to engineering school, and you had some sort of degree in your backpack, for example, and then you go into a different country to learn a language, and you cannot get it done in 6 months. You know what the army do to you? They'll send you back home. Just like that. You can be the excellent uniform, everything else perfect. You don't know the language? Ooh, back to the island. So thank God I passed, and my professor really helped me out. I thank him for that. So in today's news, I was going through the news that I normally do. I go and I stop with something that really start boiling my blood. Like my high blood pressure, and it got me like going. It's because this is the news that I'm gonna do today. I take it so personal. No, actually, there is something here that I just got here literally 16 months ago. So when I was going through this, I was like, whoa, why? Why this language? So we just bring the newspaper. El Vocero, wow. Twice in a row, man. I know I use the ND, I use El Nuevo Dia, I know I use Primera Hora, but twice, Vocero, man. Thank you for giving us this headline today. So it's a beautiful picture, I'll tell you that. It is a beautiful picture. So it says here, public housing and community leaders launch a campaign to eradicate gender violence. And that's when my blood pressure started going up and up and up. No, just kidding. I was like, okay, let me just read the whole article. And I did. Today I'm just gonna read maybe 2 paragraphs, very important paragraph. But then I was like, they don't say nothing about other genders. There's a gender ideology, there's a gender this, gender that. That word is throwing out left and right in Puerto Rico like there's no tomorrow. I go and watch the Telemundo, Guapa, Channel 11, and they say it with this normality that I'm like, well, I'm 1972. This year I'll become 50 if something goes well and nuclear situations goes around the world and the President Biden's keep going and trying to calm the whole situation, hopefully. So I'm about to be 50. We didn't hear any of this, so why now this is an issue? So let me just read the 2 paragraphs, and then I'm gonna jump to another and to another because I did my research, because I found out that there is a situation with this in Puerto Rico. Let me see if I can see myself real quick. Hold on one second. Yeah, you're not frozen. Okay, good. Let's continue. I'm in a different page. I need another screen. Maria, do you hear that? So, the Public Housing Administration, let's just scroll down a little bit here. This is the first paragraph. This is in today's newspaper. Yes, 22/3/22. Yes, today is 22. So, the Public Housing Administration, PRPA, Alejandro Salgado Colón, presented a new prevention campaign on gender violence, which seeks to educate about this social problem as well as prevent more girls, young people, and adults from being victims. They stay on the line of women's. Perfect. So let's read the other one. The short film and all the elements of the prevention campaign were developed with the collaboration of community leaders from the Luis Llorens Torres complex, where the announcement was made. The largest residential complex in Puerto Rico, the Entrelíneas Theater Group, and the management company SP Management Corp. I went and looked on the website. They're still under construction. I wanted to find out, what is the SP Management Corp. So when I look at this, and it's a healthy thing, I'm asking to the women's Luis Llorens Torres, why you guys don't stop this? I say, whoa, 1 second. Let's take the gender word out and let's just call it like it is. Violence against women or against men. There's some cases out there. But just put out the gender, because this is going to bring more controversy. I am talking about it. Did you see? It brings more controversy if you stop them on the beginning. And this is a guy that it works for the government, and this is a republic. This is the funny part, that I'm maybe saying something that is new to a lot of people, but Puerto Rico is a territory of the United States. United States is a republic. So this is a republic. So him, Alejandro Salgado Colón, he worked for us, and that's the way it goes. So I don't know what bubble this government has been working in Puerto Rico, but I think they're in a different, I don't know, maybe the matrix is kind of different in this situation. So let's go to the next. Let me see real quick. Did we change? Yes, we changed here. So in this one here, because I started doing my research, it says gender perspective. Puerto Rico at the crossroads. Crossroads, I don't know if you guys, Supernatural, that series, Crossroads. It's funny, but if you know what I'm talking about, it's kind of something like, it's a kind of like a creepy place to be, right? Crossroads, right? Car can come and just kill you in an instant. So when I was looking at this, because I say here is mentioned at the beginning of 2015 in Puerto Rico, this discussion on the implementation of teaching with a gender perspective and the education system intensify. So I was like, whoa. And this is like a vote that they did for the people. And if you see here, we can go back into this perspective of gender, and they have this percentage, and they have this classroom, and I'm like, are they talking to them in the lames, talk? Because I can always say my English is at 80%, not 100%, but my mind is still 100%. I like to think so. And when I see this, I'm like, this is a joke. Remember when I said at the beginning that all comedians can be making a good bucks here in Puerto Rico? Because these things are completely, sometimes it's like guiding the sheep or the people to certain paradise, and not telling the people, what is behind all this thing. And that's what it is. Propaganda goes like that. Sometimes you don't want to hear it, but it goes like that. So let's go to the next one, because I wanted to know and find out more about. So here on Saturday 14 2021, there was a demonstration or march at the rally of the state capitol in San Juan, Puerto Rico, to demand that the progressive governor, that's why I always say, I knew from my gut feeling was like, this guy is from the left, like so far left. So here it says, progressive governor Pedro Pierluisi of the New Progressive Party, PMP, withdraw the implementation of gender ideology from the public policy of the country, and especially on the curriculum of studies. So you see, today I am telling you about this going on Luis Llorens Torres. This is public. This is a place that if you go back again, this is public housing. This is not a independent or private housing. This is public property. It belongs to the government. So in a sense, they went and did a demonstration, but right now on today's newspaper on the Vocero, they just go in the back door. So when I went down here, I say, let me see how many people are commenting in here. So I unlock this and I say, it was only one comment, and the comment was like, if you want to make more money, it's like an unemployment or something. Actually, sorry, my bad. They took it down. 0 comments. Earlier it was only 1 comment, so now it's like 0 comments. Okay, creepy, but it is like that. So in this one here, this one was March 1st, 2024. Actually, for some reason it says, 4th of January 2022. Sorry, I got always the months, and the Spanish English is different. So here is a challenge, a gender violence, a challenge for 2022. They argue that the feminist struggle education with a gender perspective is a priority issue. They're gonna continue pushing this like it's no tomorrow. And then this last one, they're saying Gender Equality Observatory delivers an annual report on cases of gender violence and femicide. And this is what I stop and I say, listen, call it femicide, but don't put the gender in there, because if you put the gender there, it's like you really want to push this over and over and over. And this is January 1st, 2022. They're gonna continue over and over and over until they make this a public policy or a law or something that after they do that, there's nothing that you can do. So they don't respect the 100,000 people, on my view, on my opinion. They went to do a demonstration and they just go ahead with this. It's like, I don't care attitude. So you guys know, I don't care attitude, so you guys can do the same thing. No, I don't care attitude, and go in there. When they show this on the newspapers, my advice to you is, when I have the chance, I go and I comment. Listen, I've never been involved with this before in my life, and now this is becoming something that, listen, when I leave this world and I go in front of Jesus, I said, I didn't do that much, but I stay quiet. And that's the mentality that we need to adapt ourselves, or cultivate for us, or enrich into ourselves. You see, 80% English. You understand? You understand what I'm talking about? So when these things happen on the newspaper, it should be. And this one, this was back on January 1st. If we go here on the comments, let's unlock the comments. The other one you guys saw, it was 0 comments. So let's find out about here. So 0 comments. Guys, we're losing the argument if we don't go in there and start commenting or saying anything. Anybody has a smartphone these days. Maybe you look at the news, or you look at the newspaper and you say, oh, I cannot do that, online because I received the paper. Take time. A news so important like that, and tell your neighbor, and the neighbor tells your other neighbor, and then you say, you know what, we gotta say something about this, because these people, even though we went to the Capitolio, 100,000 people, they're just coming back again with this. And this is gonna be a fight until they know that you guys, majority, say no. This is no way that we're gonna do this in the island. You guys need to understand that. You have your privacy, I have my privacy. Respect each other privacy. But don't try to make for the kids to try to learn this kind of thing. You see how Ron DeSantis is, I don't know, I've started becoming a fan of Ron DeSantis lately, but it's not like I'm becoming a fan of him, but the policies they're doing over there, they're like stopping and giving the power to the parents for them to be the one in charge of this teaching moments for our kids. You don't want no strangers to come into your kids and tell your kids about this, that, and the other. No, that's you as a parent. You have your kid, you raise your kid, you give him roof, you give him food. It's your responsibility, and we gotta take that back. Thank you so much for being here with us in Efrain Rodriguez Jr. show. I invite you to subscribe to the channel. I only have 5 subscribers, and I know this is gonna be funny, but we're gonna reach 6. And after we reach 6, we're gonna go to 7. So anyhow, thank you so much for listening. God bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.